16, 14. Again on this one, especially with the complexity of all the grips and stuff, feels to me like it could have maybe had a fraction more time in the door. Just that, like I was talking about for round one, just that breath and looking at each other. This is a pretty nice jump though. Huh? The 14s look pretty consistent. Nadia, just pause a fraction longer, please. Wait for Yora. 16s look nice as well. We had some issues. I can't remember. Was the other setup on the front, I think. But this is looking good. The piece is definitely staying more in line. There's a good picture there on the 14s. A little wide on the finish though. Yeah, 16s. I like the cruise to the 16s. And this is the constellation I think that wasn't working quite so good before. It's still a little tendency for it to, its center point to move that way just a fraction. So let's just have a little look at that. Like the first thing that should happen here is this point should stay still. The center between Nadia and Otto should stay still. Can you see how it's moving that way, just a fraction? Let's look at the other setup. Nadia, again, just be a little patient, please, for Yora on the 14, just a fraction. Okay, let's have a little look here. Put that in the center. See how that stays in the center? So it's looking at the difference. It looks to me like there's a difference, obviously there's a difference in the way the block is done, but it looks like Nadia's energy, she keeps, rather than going around Otto, she's going through Otto, and then Otto at the beginning, rather than pushing your hips towards Nadia, which I think is what Nadia does a little bit, there's that kind of sliding down the line with the right shoulder more. So it's a combination of that, of Nadia really not allowing herself to go around Otto or backwards, but just pushing through, and then Otto, you at the start, not pushing into Nadia, but just kind of bringing your shoulder back and feeling like you're sliding just a little bit down to here. And that's how we get this lined up on the 16s. Let's watch the next one. Good target. Also, let's set this up. Interesting build on the back. Let me just see if I can get this to there we go. So this definitely makes it a little interesting. A little over presentation there from Matthew. Let's just have a look. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so right now, instead of Nadia pushing that way, she's kind of coming more down this line with the shoulder coming down, and then Otto better, but pushing through. And so now we have this picture lined up, and nice and tight as well. Yeah, it was probably one of the better ones. Yeah, the previous one that I showed you with the other setup was tighter at the first picture to here, and this could be a little tighter as well. So let's try and move this grip down to here and not get far away from each other, please. So Otto, you can, rather than pushing into Nadia here, making sure it's just your shoulder that comes down to here. We're trying to keep it tighter at that target. Nicely caught there, Nadia. Cool.